Okay, hopefully my camera has stopped becoming possessed, and it looks like when I put it on widescreen it doesn't jump all over the place anymore. So I'm going to Phoenix tomorrow to see my son because I need to see his face. I really miss him. And also, I know I haven't been making a lot of videos, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One is I'm completely uninspired, and the other is I'm lazy. But there is a couple of things that kind of pissed me off. There's apparently some argument in the pagan community on YouTube about, a person who supposedly doesn't know anything because they're really young, and they're teaching things that they shouldn't be teaching, and blah, 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 blah. It's kind of like kindergarten. And I was going to, do a whole Swami thing. And, there's nothing that makes you knowledgeable but what you know. And sometimes we think people don't know as much as we do because their knowledge is different and their experience is different, and maybe even their belief systems are different. And I think we have to accept that. Sometimes I think that I get all my need for drama watching The Real Housewives. And so I don't need to do it online or with people. And also I'm on a lot of psychiatric drugs. So that may be also the case. I'm not sure. But I am bipolar. And I did used to get into people's faces a lot before lithium saved my ass. But that really ticks me off. If you don't like what somebody's saying, then, stop watching their videos. I've been watching a lot of death and dying videos. And, I've got a couple of years. But I won't make it to 60. I know that. I know that. And I'm 57 now. I'll be 58 in February. So, we're moving right along. And I like to see other people's take and experience on how they're dealing with their illness, knowing they're going to die from it, and all of that. And I don't know if I'm lucky or not to have the amount of time that I've got. When you find out that really there's no cure for what you've got, and it's only going to get worse and worse, and whatever. I think I'd rather have 6 months than a few years. My doctor told me when I got diagnosed 5 to 7 years, and actually 60 would make it 7 years. I have decided, it's hard when it's stretching out because, people look at you and you don't look that sick, and they say, even if you've got a kennel on, they don't realize what your body's going through. I heard it once, and I can't remember where, but they said sick lungs don't show, and that's really the truth. So sometimes I forget, and I forget also that I have hepatitis C, and I forget that I really should be seeing a gastroenterologist as well. But, I'm figuring, what the hell? What's the point? My osteoporosis is starting to kill me. I don't know if that's what it is, but I think I have to go see a bone doctor because I'm just all my bones are starting to hurt all over the place, and it's not normal. And so my lower back and this shoulder, it feels like I've worked out, and I haven't worked out in years. But I used to love to work out with weights. because I just loved it. And man, was I hot. Anyway, I also wore makeup all the time then too, so that always helps. I don't know where I'm going with that, except that, you know, I've got so many things wrong with me that it almost seems irrelevant anymore as to what my where my liver enzymes are at, or you know, what my viral load is. You know, it's probably pretty damn high because I'm not healing from wounds, and I have strange scarring and all of that. And I attribute that to my liver, although it may not be my liver. I don't know. But again, the point is, why bother? I'm already dying, you know, whether my liver gives out or, you know, my lungs just put me to sleep. It really doesn't matter. So anyway, I need to see my son because I miss his face. And I wish we lived closer than we do, but we don't. I also wish I could see my great-granddaughter. But I don't know that that's going to happen. Because this is really the last trip that I feel like I'm going to be able to take. I wanted to take one to New York City to see my old neighborhood where I grew up, and the 9/11 memorial, and that's not gonna happen either. Come on, don't come. So anyway, it ticks me off to no end. You know, my mother is a sociopath, and ow, God, your nails, girl. My mother is a sociopath, and Thinking Aloud TV on YouTube is still playing, even though I've told them specifically that she's a sociopath and that her license was taken away from her in California. She was a psychotherapist, and that you know, she's been charged with some terrible crimes. They won't take her interviews that people are thinking, oh, you know, what a spiritual, you know, person. They won't take her videos off. I keep commenting, and then they keep deleting my comments. And you know, that really pisses me off, because if they're supposed to really care about people getting some spirituality or some answers in their life, don't step on the keyboard, thank you. Then you'd think that they would want to take off somebody who, you know, there's proof. You know, she's abused her clients, she's conned them, she lost her license to practice, and she can't get a license anywhere to practice. So, this is Belle, by the way, who doesn't seem to want to get off camera. And that really pisses me off, that they would lead people astray like that. And her name is Kathleen Reardon Spieth. So if you see it on Thinking Aloud TV, that's my mother. And she's a sociopath. And stay the hell away from her, and anything she says, go, no, 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 because you don't want it in your ears. Anyway, it's kind of like the pagan conflict. I mean, that is so trivial that I just can't stand it. And people got to get their priorities in order. But I guess you have to be a certain age or have gotten a terminal illness to know that. I don't know. Anyway, and a big shout out to Subcon Crusher, Mike. I saw your video, and then you were talking about the e-cigarettes. And I bought pro smoke, which is okay, but the fluid keeps coming out the filter, and it tastes terrible. So I'm going to have to shop around and see what I can get. But I'm bringing it to my son's house because he doesn't smoke, thank God. And I don't want to spend, the whole visit out on the deck. So anyway, I certainly won't see you for at least a week, and won't be watching videos, and won't be following the drama, and I'll have to get it from Real Housewives, which is the way I like it. Not in my life, in their life. And they're getting paid very well to have it in their life. No one's paying me, so I'm not having it. Anyway, so folks, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll be in sunny Phoenix. Most of the time probably inside laying down on my son's couch watching TV. Anyway, take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.